Oh, good scene coming up here, by the way. Oh yeah, we gotta get this. Oh God, I love that. Oh, about to get the thumb in the forehead. Oh, there it is, thumb in the forehead. Love it, love it.
So what's up, guys? I am doing a Halloween marathon. This is my first marathon, actually. But yeah, that's what we're doing right there.
All Halloween movies up to Halloween Resurrection.
Yeah, but this is something I've always wanted to do. I'm actually starting with the first, but I combine Halloween 1 and 2. You can see up there, it just switched over to Halloween 2. It took out all the intros and all that, but so yeah, it just goes from Dr. Loomis seeing Michael Myers down at the bottom, and then he walks out the house directly from Halloween 2. So, and it just continues. So I've always wanted to do a Halloween the whole night edit, and so yeah, that's what I did. So that's how I'm starting off this marathon. I'm probably gonna skip Halloween 3 because it's not a Michael Myers movie, and then I'll probably skip Halloween 6 too because I just watched that one a couple weeks ago. So, but I'm going all the way to Resurrection. I'm really excited. So anyway, this will be a vlog, and I'll keep you guys posted throughout. You let him out! I am talking about the real possibility that he is still out there. So what's up, guys? We're right smack dab in the middle of Halloween 2 right there. You know, I think Bud might be the Donald Trump of the horror industry. That's just a personal opinion. He's kind of a male chauvinist pig. But yeah, some might say that Halloween 2 kind of drags a bit. It's definitely a slow burn like the first one, but it doesn't have that Carpenter direction like the first one to keep it as interesting. But don't get me wrong, I still love Halloween 2. It's definitely one of the better sequels. Well, the chase has just begun. Dr. Loomis to the rescue. You know, for finales, I'd say Halloween 2 has definitely one of the best ones. It is freaking intense. And I just love the part where they get into the gas room, and Dr. Loomis says, "It's time, Michael." Oh, that line just sends chills down my spine every time. But yeah, guys, I'm having a good time here. We're almost wrapping up Halloween 2. I'm going to be jumping over to Halloween 4 because Halloween 3, again, does not have Myers. So yeah, so I'll see you guys soon for Halloween 4. Get him, Dr. Loomis.
Oh, and also, I have my Killer Flicks up here. I'm chatting with all the guys on Killer Flicks. As you can see right there, we got the 9 Days of Myers starts today. We're going to be talking about all the Myers movies. So that's going to be a lot of fun too.
So that's it, guys. Halloween 2 is ending. We are heading over to the video shelf, and we're going to grab Halloween 4. That one right there. There we go. We got it. Halloween 4 without the audio sync issues.
And we're going to go throw it in the player. Lonesome nights are over. So if you notice there, that is the disc with the audio sync problems, the black disc. But we're going to be throwing in this disc from the original release. You can see the Myers mask with the fire sheen over it. So throwing it in now. Here we go. Boom.
It's Halloween 4 time. And this is one of my favorite sequels. I love Halloween 4 so much. This is the sequel that got me into the franchise to begin with. So, looking forward to jumping into this one. Gonna be a lot of fun.
Alright, here we go, and we're gonna hit play now. Oh, but that intro, guys. It is one of the best intros to get you into the Halloween spirit. I love it. It just looks so... I mean, look at that. The fog, it's just dreary. It's perfect. I love it.
Kudos to Halloween 4. One of the best intros out of the whole franchise. I get chill bumps every time I watch that. It's just,
Look at that. It's freaking gorgeous. Gorgeous.
yeah, here we go. Halloween 4.
Alright guys, I'm in the middle of Halloween 4 and I thought, hey, I'd stop and go through my killer flicks. I posted the 9 Days of Myers. That starts today, and on that initial post I said, what are some of your favorite Myers kills? So I'm going to give a few shout outs here. Darnell Major says when he first meets Laurie in the original. That's a good one. Let's go down. Sunny Dew Shane says when he chops Donald Trump's hairpiece off, which I think is really funny. But that thing's invincible, so you can't, it'll just regrow back. Chad Leach says Michael and Rachel on the roof in part 4, which I'm watching right now, so yeah. Oh, good scene coming up here, by the way. Oh yeah, we gotta get this. Oh God, I love that. Oh, about to get the thumb in the forehead. Oh, there it is, thumb in the forehead. Love it, love it. All right, continuing on with the shout outs, Daniel Westbrook, he says the stalking scenes and everything in Halloween 1978, always awesome. Anthony Herrera, Michael stalking Rachel in her house in Halloween 5. I hated that they killed off Rachel so early in the beginning, but that was a cool scene. Actually, Halloween 5's got some really cool kill scenes. George Hernandez, he says, if I had a top 5 killers list, Michael would crack the #1 spot in a heartbeat. Hell yeah. Ryan Woods says he always likes the chase scene in Halloween 6 in the mental hospital. Love that scene. Halloween 6 also has some amazing kills. And Lucas Ferreira, he says, I love Michael when Michael does a walk around the neighborhood in the afternoon in the first Halloween. And that's what John Carpenter did so well. He built that tension without necessarily killing people, but you were still afraid. So good point, Lucas. Aaron Wilson says he likes the first kill in Halloween 6. Oh yeah, with the nurse, he picks her up, slams her head against the spike on the wall. I don't know why there would be a spike on the wall, but hey, it was an awesome kill. And then Scott Tyndall says definitely the most memorable for me is the doctor's slaughter in part 6. Hell yes. Hence the thumbnail that I made here. Doctor's slaughter. Yeah, perfect.
So I'm in the middle of Halloween 4, and Donald Pleasance is trying to get a ride, and those asshole school kids are not having it. I always wish that Donald Pleasance would have tracked those guys down and beat the crap out of them. Or better yet, had Michael team up with him and have Michael beat the crap. Actually, Michael wouldn't beat the crap out of him. Michael would kill him. But yeah, that would have been awesome.
Who doesn't love Reverend Sayre? Oh God, I love this character so much. I want them to do a slasher series on whatever Reverend Sayre is hunting. I need that in my life. That would be awesome. And maybe have that guy like meet up with Myers. Oh, so many possibilities.
This is one of my favorite scenes from Halloween 4. This is the Bucky scene where Bucky dies. I just love this scene. Don't you even think about leaving. Get him, Bucky. Oh, that's just so great. Bucky just got handled. I am on the infamous rooftop scene from Halloween 4. Arguably one of the best scenes from, in my mind, the whole series. This is a great scene. And as Dwight H. Little said, just being on a roof alone builds tension. And then adding Michael to that roof just shoots the tension out the freaking window. It's crazy. So that's why this scene works so well. Plus, you got Ellie Cornell, who plays Rachel. I think she is just so underrated. One of the best final girls out of the whole series. Love her. I wish they would have kept her all the way through the Thorn trilogy. So yeah, love Ellie Cornell. Awesome job. Look at her, just taking care of business. Just chill bumps. Just love this scene. Love it. All right, we are closing in on the finale of Halloween 4. And spoiler alert, there is Jamie grabbing the scissors. Oh, this scene just really just gives me chill bumps. I remember seeing this in the theater when I was 15 years old and not knowing what this scene was going to become. I thought it was Michael. But when you see Daniel Harris at the end with the blood and the clown suit and really, I got to mention Donald Pleasance. He sold this scene to me because of his screaming. Oh, there we go. But Donald Pleasance, his screaming and his reaction, I realized, is what made this scene so scary to me. And it still gives me chill bumps just watching it right now. It's crazy good. One of the best finales in the whole franchise. Just love it. But yeah, we're gonna be continuing with Halloween 5 here in a minute. Halloween 4 is over. So wow, what an ending though, guys. What an ending. All right, here we go. We got Halloween 5 in now. Got the menu up. Gonna hit play. And boom, we're off. And while we got a second here, just take a look at that box set. Isn't that gorgeous? But yeah, you can see Halloween 5 sticking out right there right now. So I'm probably going to be skipping Halloween 6, like I said earlier, and jumping over to Halloween H2O because I watched Halloween. I don't know. I might actually throw in Halloween 6 just to complete the Thorn trilogy. So stay tuned. We'll see, because I love Halloween 6. But yeah, we got this. I love the pumpkin carving intro of Halloween 5. Just something different. It's really cool. It's ominous. And you know what? Halloween 5 actually, every time I watch it, I start liking it more. And it's not as good a film as H2O, but I think it's more entertaining. I enjoy it more than H2O. But we'll talk more about H2O once we get to that one. But yeah, love this intro. Perhaps one of the most annoying characters in the whole Halloween franchise is Tina. And you just saw her on the screen, and wow, that opening scene pretty much sealed her fate. She's not as bad throughout the rest of the movie, but yeah, that opening scene is pretty rough. So yeah, she's earned that mantle. And she's one of the reasons why people hate Halloween 5, or some people hate Halloween 5. This dude right here, Mike. Talk about the biggest asshole douchebag waste of human excrement ever. So you know what? He had it coming. He had it coming. No, Mikey doesn't play. Oh yeah. You know, I really think the daylight scenes in Halloween 5, they're just gap fillers. There's really nothing interesting going on at all. So it's weird how this movie, when it becomes nighttime, then all of a sudden, yeah, see behind me, it's becoming nighttime. Yeah, that's when it gets interesting, I think. And to me, the movie really pays off once it becomes night. The third act is excellent in this movie, actually, and it's too bad they couldn't hold that momentum through the whole thing. All right, so I just got my lunch. I got some Wendy's here. Wendy's fries are delicious. And I got a Wendy's chicken sandwich. So, yeah. Chicken sandwich for my Halloween marathon. Back to Halloween 5. You want some of that too, buddy? So now we're on the laundry chute scene from Halloween 5. This is another really cool scene, one of my favorites. And it's interesting to note that the knife that was used in that scene was a real knife. He was really stabbing through a real laundry chute, and a real Danielle Harris was climbing in that laundry chute. She said she would never ever do anything like that again, because I believe she did actually get stabbed or slit, I guess, with the knife, and you can actually see it when she's actually coming out. When you see the blood, I believe it's on her leg. Yeah, so crazy though.
So we're going to be wrapping up Halloween 5 here real soon. A word on Don Shanks. He played Michael Myers in only one of the movies, Halloween 5, and I think Don Shanks was a great Myers. And one thing I love about him is he loves the fans. He loves to come out to the conventions, and I'd love to meet him one day because he just seems like a really cool dude. And I thought he was a good Myers. I really enjoyed him as Myers. I thought he was one of the best parts of Halloween 5. So, and as you can see, we're about to get into the prison break, which when I first saw this scene, I was just kind of, it's just not something you see normally. Michael Myers in chains in a jail cell. It just doesn't really fit, I guess you could say. But yeah, we will be moving on to H2O here in a second.
So we just finished Halloween 5. Gonna be moving on to H2O. And there's H2O right there. We're gonna pull it out now. Boom. Throw this puppy in. So here we go.
Time for H2O. Here we go. Play.
So there's H2O. I've often said that this isn't my favorite of the franchise. It does have its problems, namely Michael Myers, the killer. That's the biggest problem for this. But I do think that this is what the franchise needed at the time. How far could they have went with that whole Thorn trilogy? Probably not too much farther. I think they really needed to realign the franchise. So if H2O did anything right, it did that. It realigned the franchise, it got it back on track. Unfortunately, what came after H2O was pure crap. So
this is the best moment in H2O. This is such an awesome scene. I actually got chill bumps in the theater during this scene. This is when Laurie Strode says enough. I am about to take that son of a bitch on. I'm done with this crap. I need to put this behind me. Oh, it's such a cool scene. It really makes the whole movie for me. Go get him, Laurie Strode. Jamie Lee Curtis just owned this. I love the music. So cool, so cool. The music, sometimes it worked for me, sometimes it didn't. In a scene like this, that's this grand, boom, it works. It sounds awesome, But yeah, this whole segment is really cool. I didn't really want it to end. It was that awesome to see. Here's a scene where the mask, I believe, goes back and forth from the original KB mask, and then in the close-ups they go to the new mask. Well, maybe not that scene, but I know before that, there are quite a few scenes in this movie where the mask changes. There's 4 different iterations of the mask, so it can be jarring and off-putting throughout the movie. It can take you out of the movie, really. Oh, that was a hard fall.
all right, guys, this is the end of H2O. We are about to get to the scene. The scene, when I was sitting in the theater, I was like, is she gonna chop his head off? Oh goodness. So, and it was weird because I remember right after I saw it, I was a little sad because I was like, is this the end of Michael Myers? I guess, and this was really before the remake craze started happening. So You know, these days, if that happened, we'd be like, oh, they're just going to remake the whole franchise again. But back then, we wasn't sure what was going to happen. So I read that this whole thing was planned in conjunction with Resurrection. At least, not the whole plot of Resurrection, but what was going to happen, you know, to make sure that Michael was still okay, even though she chopped his head off. And, of course, we find out that that's not Michael Myers, which I think is bullshit. You know, in hindsight, this would have been a fantastic ending to the series. I mean, amazing ending to the series. This should have been the box set right here, ending right here. But they had to give us Resurrection, which was stupid. But yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful scene too. You know, you get that last little moment with Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, and then she ends the whole madness. Bam! Just like that. Done. So in my mind, this is the last entry in the original franchise. In my mind, that is Michael Myers. So it's sad. It saddens me to think that I'm putting in Resurrection right now. I shouldn't be putting in Resurrection. This should be the end of it. But you know what? We're going to do this. So anyway, here we go. Resurrection. Well, here we go. This is Halloween Resurrection. Last one of the marathon. You know what? This hasn't been too bad. I've actually enjoyed it. It's been fun. So definitely want to do this again next Halloween, maybe with the Friday the 13th franchise. But yeah, a lot of fun. I'll give you a couple choice notes on Resurrection through this, and then we'll end this madness. So anyway, here we go. Resurrection. Now, one thing I will say about Resurrection is it's the worst movie, but it definitely doesn't have the worst score. I actually dig this score quite a bit. It's a little darker, deeper, more ominous sounding. Halloween 5 might be the worst score. It just sounds lazy. It sounds like a generic Halloween score. But yeah, I mean, there were some promising aspects of this film at the beginning. You know, I love this whole dark corridor sequence and everything. It looks pretty cool. But yeah, then it just goes way south. So this cameraman's kill is probably the weakest kill out of the whole franchise. It just doesn't feel like a Halloween kill. It doesn't feel like a Michael Myers kill. Oh, it's just so bad. The whole tone of this movie, after we get done with the Laurie Strode part, is just what you see on the screen. It's just horrible. It just doesn't feel like a Halloween movie. But Rick Rosenthal wanted to capitalize off of the Blair Witch fame by putting in multiple cameras and making it not really found footage, but just, I guess, multiple angles, you know, which hadn't been done before, really. And I guess if done right, it could have been okay, but you know what? You don't really want to do that stuff with horror icons. They were talking about doing a found footage Jason movie, and this is probably the closest thing to that in feel, I guess you could say. It's just a horrible idea. You don't want to do it. You want to keep the story cinematic, and that's another issue that Resurrection had. It took away that cinematic feel to it. So oftentimes you'd have a scene that looks cinematic, and then all of a sudden you'd go to, you know, one of the cameras that's on one of the actors' heads. Sour Bright Crawlers. Not to be confused with Flick Pit's Sour Patch Kids. But they are delicious. So we're up to the part where the couple are about to have sex in Halloween Resurrection.
Some sort of weird harness. This face looks like sadistic.
And I will say Brad Lorry was a better Michael than Chris Duran. Really, Brad Lorry wasn't a major problem. It was Busta Rhymes, and this is not Busta Rhymes' fault, this is the writing, maybe the directing, but you demystified Michael in this movie. was reduced to a joke reel. That's a major problem with Resurrection. So he doesn't feel like much of a threat. I mean, you got Busta Rhymes roundhouse kicking Michael. It just makes no sense whatsoever. And it's a shame too, because this movie does have some really nice cinematography. I think it's lit really well, but especially in the night scenes. But yeah.
This is one of the scenes I'm talking about. You got Busta Rhymes dressed up like Michael Myers, and he is reducing Michael to a joke. This should not be happening. This is stupid.
Go back in the door and help Go do your job. I left the back door unlocked for your ass to go out the back into the garage. That's what I did.
It's not even funny. Not even funny.
God, scoop, skedaddle.
Again, and I'm not bashing Busta Rhymes. I promise I'm not. I'm bashing the writers for putting this crap in here.
God damn. What the hell somebody gotta do to get a little decent help up in this motherfucker?
There we go. We are finishing up Halloween Resurrection. We did it. The fire does look pretty. I will give it that. Get your redemption, Michael. Do it. Yeah. What is up with all the, there's a bunch of like snake hisses for sounds in this movie, which is kind of weird. But this scene is lit really nice. It looks really pretty. I guess fire lights things really nice, but yeah. Well, that's it, guys. We made it. I think it was, what, 6 hours? We did 6 movies. We excluded Halloween 3. We excluded Halloween 6. But still, 6 movies, it's an undertaking. And I had a good time with this, though. It was really fun. And I'd definitely like to do this again. This is going to be a long video. Didn't expect it to be this long, but I started getting into it. I like discussing things as I'm watching them with you guys. So that was fun. Enjoyed mixing Killer Flicks in with this a bit. So make sure, if you haven't become a member of Killer Flicks, please do that. And also make sure you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. And Drumdum out.